Hello and welcome to the eLearning Author Limited YouTube channel. In this series of videos, I'm sharing a behind-the-scenes walkthrough of a recent project I created in Adobe Captivate. In the first video, I introduced the project and explained how it worked. Last week, I talked about customizing the Captivate workspace. If you haven't already watched these, there's a link in the top right corner to take you to the playlist. In this and subsequent videos, which will be posted weekly, I'll walk through various elements in the project in Adobe Captivate. Just to be clear, this isn't a traditional tutorial showing a step-by-step process, although there will be elements of that. It's more an insight into how I approached my project. Hopefully some of the ideas covered here will spark some aha moments for you, or perhaps provide some inspiration as to what you can achieve in Captivate. My intention here is to show how I approached my project. There are inevitably multiple ways to achieve every outcome, and different people will prefer different approaches. Please feel free to share any constructive thoughts relating to creating or designing projects in Adobe Captivate in the comments below. You can run the project yourself if you wish from my website www.elearningauthor.co.uk. Just click Sample Modules in the top right corner, then click the Photography Skills sample, or you can click the link in the comments below. In this video, I'll be talking about the slide that first appears when the project is run, and how I've grouped multiple items on the timeline to make it easier to manage. So first, I'll switch to Captivate. The purpose of this slide is to provide information in manageable chunks. To achieve that, I provided hotspots on top of an image to allow learners to explore the information in whatever order they wish. Because there are so many items on the timeline on this slide, I find it much easier to control it all if I group relevant items and then only have the group on which I'm working expanded. So, for example, I've grouped all the hotspot icons together. In this instance, I want to group the information title and information description items. So I'll click the first one, then Control-click the second one so that they are both selected. Next, I'll right-click the selected items on the timeline and choose the Group option. I'll give the group a meaningful name on the Properties panel. If I realise that an item should belong to an existing group, I can add it to that group. In this case, I want to add the red arrow item to the audio warning group. So I'll click the audio warning group and then Control-click the red arrow item so that they're both selected. Now I'll right-click one of the selected items in the timeline and choose the Group option. If I expand the audio warning group, we can see that the red arrow is now part of the group. To remove an item, I could right-click the item and choose Remove from Group. To separate all the items in the group, I would choose the Ungroup option. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to run the project yourself, you can do so from my website. There's a link in the comments below. Next week, I'll be talking about the multi-state objects I created to contain the information chunks on this slide. If there's anything Captivate related that you'd like me to cover in a future video, please do let me know in the comments and I'll add them to my list of future videos to create. Videos are posted weekly on Mondays. Please do subscribe to make sure you don't miss them.